Chillmatic stress syndrome.
Is when you don't care about what other people want or what other people think, and you're just doing you, and that is what Wieuca is doing.
They're just persistent, because despite any odds, they're always doing whatever. That's my favorite thing about them, actually.
I guess I can riff on a couple things. I don't really have anything prepared.
How did this shit with Rob start? And just your music in general?
Robert and I have been playing together non-stop since the day that we met, which is, we kind of knew each other from Sunday school actually, but I don't think we ever talked before. I just knew who he was. You know, it's Bible Belt. This is Georgia.
Bible Belt, yeah.
And I was the new kid in school in 6th grade. It was like a K through 12, you know, and met Robert, we started talking about music, and he's just like, yeah, man, like, I got a guitar, my sister's guitar you can plug in, why don't you come over, and we jammed on American Idiot for like hours.
That's awesome.
2005, man.
But yeah, like, back to you and Rob, like, from Sunday school.
Yeah, so we played in a ton of bands, and or I don't know if I'd even say bands, but kind of one-off talent show performances throughout middle school and high school. Our high school / middle school band broke up actually because, well, to put it lightly, it was me. I was just kind of a jerk to everyone, like controlling. We had some really talented musicians, and I was trying to force people to play my songs, which weren't good at the time. They wanted to play like classic rock, and so our band broke up in like 9th grade because there was one tumultuous band practice when Robert locked me inside I was locked inside the house that we were practicing in, and he had my Telecaster, which I just bought, and he was holding it over the swimming pool outside, like taunting me, and I wasn't having it. But the way it always happened was we would break up, and then Robert and I would form a new band without the other guys, and it just kept happening that way.
So and you guys just worked together and would always just knew you would prefer to go through it.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't know anyone that's as able to. He doesn't do what I want him to do. He comes up with his own stuff that's better than what I could tell him to do, and that's when you know you found someone good. But that also applies to the rest of the band too now.
So like, when you like initially formed the circa date.
So like middle of 2012, we just graduated from high school, and we had finally established that Robert and I were both moving to Athens. So we went ahead and adopted Wieuca as the band name, as like, this is what we are going forward. It's a real thing now. It's not just messing around with high school people. Wieuca was the street. I worked at an art center over there in North Atlanta, and so that's when we adopted the name, and we formed the band with our friend Harris, and we luckily reconnected with Sam Skimpy, as we call him, who was getting into recording and engineering and producing at the time. He's a great bass player, but one of the biggest ways that he has carried us as a band has been on the production and recording side too. Because all of our songs, the way that we do it is, like I said, an idea inside your head is kind of worthless until it's been burned onto a CD or something. And he's given us the agency to experiment as much as possible. So on some of our home recordings, everything we do has been home ever since like the beginning of the band, first 3 songs. So you'll hear little stamps of when and where we do our thing in the songs. You can hear the bathroom sink running in the background or flushing of a toilet or something like that. It doesn't have anything to do with who I am. It has to do with living in a town where you can just go to a coffee house. Oh, there's Jeff Mangum. Oh, I'll go to CVS. Like, is that Mike Cooley? Like, you know, it's crazy. You go to the right bars and you just start to see people. Kevin Barnes, Hardy. I mean, I don't want to name drop everybody. I know that's not cool, but it's just amazing to live in a town where all these heroes of yours are hanging out at the same bar. It's magical. As much as I love Athens, I think there's a lot out there to see. So we may try to make a move to Nashville or Austin or so. But Wieuca is gonna keep going. Wieuca is never gonna die. If it's just me or if it's everyone, it's my life, and that's the reason why I wake up in the morning. So not to be cheesy. So the idea is include everything, and visual art is as much a part of that as exploring different styles. If I'm gonna produce art, which is something that I just love to do in my free time every day, it might as well be going towards the cause. This is what we're living for, so every little piece counts, even if it's just a dumb picture to post on Facebook, or a poster, or an album cover, or a sticker. There's a million different outlets. That's what's so fun about it. I mean, it's boring talking about balancing school and work and stuff, but only point I have to say on that is that up to this point, we've been broke because we can't work as much since we got to go to class. Finding time for music has never been an issue. It's more like finding time for school and work. And aside from that, the streaming industry has just opened up a billion different markets for getting your content out there. So I look at it as an opportunity, and I suppose that again goes back to the concept of the album. Looking at everything negative as an opportunity for change, maybe not for just your own self-interest, but the industry is evolving at a more rapid pace than ever, and that opens up a lot of different ways to move in and be the first person to do something. I want to be able to have fueled enough internal growth to reach the next level, and no matter where you're at, there's always another level. You know, you'll hit roadblocks in producing those kinds of things. My laptop was stolen in January, right before our 40 Watt show where I debuted the last film. It all worked out pretty well, but my computer still doesn't function. So shout out to the Athens Clark County Police. This is the only time you'll hear me say this, because they got my laptop back, and Robert's, and this was
the one thing good they've ever done.
Debatably.
Hey man, we're gonna be right back. I gotta go get some seats.
All right, man.